right, good evening everybody. We are here today to talk about at-home workout number 18. It's a workout of the day for Tuesday, March 31st. And let's start with our warm-up. First thing you're going to give me is 30 high knees. All right. Then we're going to do 20 skip with a tall reach. Yeah, you might hit your ceiling. So we have short ceilings here. The idea is to really extend that arm open. Okay, start opening up that shoulder. Then it's going to be 10 reps of a lateral plyo jump. Okay, so he's going to get low, and his goal is to cover as much ground as he safely can laterally from side to side. You see he's kind of trying to catch himself on that one foot. The opposite leg swings behind and then shoots out to the side and switch. Okay? If you don't feel comfortable with any of these, doing them dynamically, then just don't. You can march in place for high knees. Okay, you can skip in place, and you can even do these lateral movements without jumping. All right, you're going to grab your broomstick. Start opening up those shoulders with some broomstick dislocates. Okay, so nice wide arms in a controlled manner, all the way back behind him and bring it back. That broomstick might be a little short for him. Your goal is to have something long enough where you can keep those elbows straight the whole time. There you go, look at it. Go. And then it's going to be 10 reps of around the world. That's 5 each side. Okay, so he's leading behind his head with one arm, the other arm brings the breath back in front. Okay, so 5 in each direction. There we go. Then you're going to start feeling warm at that point.
Getting there.
Okay, got a little bit more for you though. The next part of the warm-up is 3 rounds. You're going to need your kettlebell or dumbbell. So John, go ahead and give me 15 swings. Okay, for the warm-up, we're probably just going at least the first round Russian swings up to about eye height. Later on in the warm-up or for the workout, you're welcome to pop it all the way overhead American style. If you're using a kettlebell, we don't go overhead with the dumbbell. Just too likely you're going to drop it behind you. Then 10 hollow rocks. John's going to get into that nice hollow position on the floor. Okay. Low back, pressed into the floor, arms and feet just off the floor, and he's going to rock back and forth 10 times. A modification for this would be to tuck his knees. Okay, and rock that way. All right, so 10 hollow rocks, and then 5 A-frame push-ups. We're going to start warming up for those handstand push-ups. So an A-frame, he's sticking his butt up in the air, and the head's going to descend to the floor and back up. If you can't go all the way to the floor, just give me a partial range of motion. Okay, there you go. He's going to do that 3 times of the kettlebell swings, hollow rocks, and A-frame push-ups. And at that point, you'll be ready to start the workout of the day.
Cool. Alright guys, workout of the day. I believe this is a slight variation of one sent to us by Megan V, which was a slight variation on a hero workout called the 7. So we've got 7 rounds of 7 reps of 7 different movements. So it's going to be, first up, handstand push-ups. So Nikki's going to go right for the full move here, kick up to a wall. If you're doing this in your house, be real gentle. She's going to come down, tap her head to the floor, and come on back up. Cool. You can come on down from there. Looks all well and good. 49 of those in the workout.
Yeah, strict if you can.
Yeah, ideally strict is going to be challenging. So if you're not doing that, we can do the A-frame push-ups that I just showed, where you're putting your, give it another one. So Nikki goes with a wide base here.
I like the wide feet. It's not required, but I like the wide feet.
The big thing is that her head is going in front of her fingers. You don't want to be landing your head in between your hands. And that's really a pretty challenging shoulder movement. Yeah. If you're not doing that, it's going to be 2 to 3 wall climbs per round. So a wall climb, she'll start off on the ground, she'll go into a push-up, get her feet on the wall, and then she walks her feet up and her hands into the wall as far as she can, and then under control comes on back down.
Now, recognize for those, you're walking as far as you can. If you're wall walk, you take 1 or 2 steps and that's it. That's totally fine. So that might look like this. You get 1 foot up, other foot up. Maybe you stay there. Maybe you can walk in 1 or 2 steps. Okay, don't feel like you have to keep going all the way to your belly hits.
Yeah, so that's going to be your opening movement, the handstand push-ups. For the next piece, it's going to be left arm kettlebell or dumbbell thrusters. So you'll knock out 7 of these. A nice deep squat. The head of that dumbbell is stacked on her shoulder. She'll come up and press overhead. Those knees are driving out. She keeps her weight in her heels. She tries to stay as upright as possible. Can you show with the kettlebell real quick? We've done a couple of these recently. The kettlebell, the big difference is that arm's going to tuck in a little bit tighter. That the knuckles are kind of right under her jaw, but the same basic finish position, locking out overhead. So it would be 7 left arm. Then we're going to go 7 toes to dumbbell or kettlebell. So on this one, this is an ab movement. You're going to put that bell back behind you. She's going to pull her abs in tight so his feet are off the ground. She'll curl up, bring the toes all the way back, touch the bell, and she'll lay out and ideally just barely not touch her feet to the floor. And that's 1, 2, right? Come on back. That's what we're going for. You want to really keep those abs in tight. If you can't do that with straight legs, you can bend your knees and kind of curl them across your body. And there's a decent chance, flexibility-wise, you may not be able to actually make contact with your feet, in which case go as far as you can without rolling up onto your neck.
And we don't want any momentum in that movement for today. Let's make that nice and slow and controlled.
Yeah. Then we're going to go thrusters right arm. She'll pull that up again. Everything nice and tight. Fire away. That's the dominant arm. She's going to race through those, no problem. Then we go right into swings. So this is where Nikki mentioned, ideally we're going American swings all the way overhead. If you have a kettlebell, if you have a dumbbell, you're going to eye level. This is a pretty short set for kettlebell swings, right? You get firing away there. Then it's good old burpees coming at you next.
Yay, burpee!
Yay, burpees. Chest to deck, stand, jump, and clap. And then last but not least is going to be the kettlebell or dumbbell sumo deadlift high pulls. So if you have a kettlebell, this is coming from the floor back by your heels. She's going to open up her hips. As she extends, she'll shrug, pull it to right under her chin, and then come right back down. Notice that back stays real straight as she comes to the floor, and that's about the speed we're looking for. If you're using a dumbbell, you're going to stay a little bit above the ground. You can grab right in between the handle like that, and again, come up and high pull, but you're basically coming down to mid-shin with that dumbbell. You're not touching the floor with it. That's going to be your workout. 7 rounds of 7 handstand push-ups, kettlebell thrusters lefty, toes to dumbbell, kettlebell thrusters righty, kettlebell swings, burpees, and then those sumo deadlift high pulls. This one should be a pretty tough workout.
All right. After all that, we do have one cash out for you today. We are going to do one of the movements from the workout, but we're going to slow it down and make you really keep that time under tension. So this is the toes to dumbbell or kettlebell. So John's going to lay out that kettlebell behind him, that same movement that I demonstrated in the workout, but now his goal is a 10-second count on the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back down. 1 Pennsylvania, 2 Pennsylvania, 3 Pennsylvania, 4 Pennsylvania, 5 Pennsylvania, 6 Pennsylvania, 7 Pennsylvania, 8 Pennsylvania, 9 Pennsylvania, 10. Very good. All right, so you're going for 10 reps. That does not have to be in a row. You're probably going to do 1, catch your breath. It's kind of hard to breathe when you're under that much tension. Breathe for a second and do it again. Okay, going for 10 of them though. What John had mentioned is probably worth showing you here. If you can't do that straight-legged, you can just put a little bend in your knees, only as much as you need to. We'll make it a little easier, okay? But the idea would still be there to go nice and slow. Okay, like that.
Cool. For the cool down, we're going to get into a minute of child's pose.
Okay.
So child's pose, Nikki's going to kind of ball up on the ground. Her toes are together, her big toes are together, knees are spread. She reaches way out in front of her and just sinks her hips back into kind of in between her heels. If you can make it look like that, awesome. It's often difficult to get that low, but you're just trying to relax and keep sinking back and get that good stretch through your body. After that, it's going to be 1 minute of sit and reach. So just sit nice and tall, dive forward, fold over, get that good stretch through your hamstrings. If you drop your chin to your chest, you can really get this going all the way through your back as well. But a nice little cool down, some easy stretching at the end of a pretty challenging workout.
All right, guys, that is at-home workout number 18, ending the month of March, and looking forward to something fun for April 1st.
Yes. Have fun.
Bye, guys.